This is PrepZone Gametime, presented by Bevill State Community College. James Phillips here with Johnathan Bently. Jonathan, we've got game of the week this week, a huge rivalry, the county line clash between Dora and Corner. It's going to be at Dora. Corner's won the last three, so let's see if the Dora seniors can maybe finally get a win over the Corner Yellow Jackets.
Yes, I love this helmet, by the way.
I do too. It's an awesome looking helmet.
I really do.
And Dora's, I like, I'm not a huge fan of the Detroit Tigers D.
Right.
But it's still a classic, good-looking helmet, though.
Yeah, it is. I mean, we have some good helmets in the area.
So
that's actually better than some of the teams, right?
Yeah.
Our helmets can't be beat.
So really, we spent time this week talking to coaches and players about the rivalry, since it is such a big thing. It's almost become, I think, both teams' major rivalry. Corner always has had a rivalry with Hayden. Dora has always had a huge rivalry with Cordova. But everybody says now that Corner is just about as important as Cordova for Dora.
Wow. I know Corner said, no doubt, this is our rival.
Right. Yeah, they did.
I mean, no offense to Hayden, but in Oak Grove, but yeah, I mean, they're in the same city.
Right, yeah.
Corner is in Dora, the high school is in Dora city limits.
Right, well, it's not Dora city limits, but
they have a Dora address.
They have a Dora mailing address,
yeah,
I'm sure. And it's right on the edge of having a Dora or a Warrior, basically.
Right.
Mailing address. Most of the kids have a Dora mailing address.
And they know these kids.
They do.
Yeah, no doubt about that.
They go to church together. They hang out together. Like they see each other at Sonic and Green Top, those kind of things. So it is a deep-rooted rivalry for sure.
But the funny thing is, we come up with that rivalry we unveiled it at Green Top.
Right.
It was a perfect spot.
Yeah.
Because they love it too, and Green Top does a lot for Corner and Dora.
Yeah, Green Top
really do.
Both the schools for sure. The two coaches both are in their first year. John Cooper at Corner, and then we've got Travis Williams at Dora. John Cooper has a long background. He's came to Corner this year. You had a chance to sit down with him. How were you impressed by Coach
He's
Cooper?
well spoken, yeah, and he did not want any bulletin board material. I'll tell you that too.
Right.
I mean, no coach does, but he especially did not.
Right.
It's a big guy. He played offensive line in college.
Okay.
Yeah, and but I mean, this is his first time in the rivalry, and he understands it already. You know?
Yeah.
He got here in January, and they told him,
that was probably the first
thing
thing they said. Yeah.
Yes,
we're going to beat Dora. Okay.
I mean, it's really hard to believe they won 3 in a row in that series.
It is, yeah, and Dora controls the rivalry overall pretty easily.
Yeah,
but
I think it's 30-13 or something like that.
Yeah.
The recent years, it's Corners.
Right, it definitely has been. Well, you were impressed with Coach Cooper, so let's see if the rest of us are.
All right, we're joined by Corner Coach Cooper. Big game this week, Coach.
Absolutely. We're very excited about the opportunity to play, as we are every single week. But our football team has had this one start on the schedule since I've been here since January 4th. I found out that Dora was Dora and Hayden, but Dora being #1 rival of this school, and our kids are going to be up for the game. The community's going to be up for it, and we hope to pack the house over there at Dora. We hope to come out with a win. For sure.
You think it's the biggest rival because it's right down the road, same city?
Yeah, I think, growing up, these kids, they intermingle with those guys a little bit more than Hayden. Hayden, because I think Hayden's been in their region a little bit more. So as far as constant play, they've played them both every year, but, Hayden's like the region rivalry, where Dora's been more of the consistent on the schedule no matter what. They find a way to play each other every year type rivalry.
You've seen film on Dora. What are you thinking you're going to have to stop?
Absolutely. I mean, Dora's a good football team. Dora runs the ball very effectively out of a hybrid wing tee offense. They throw it a little bit, but they run the ball a little bit more than they throw it, and they run the ball very effectively. Their offensive line are well coached, and they have a very skilled running back, and in order to win this game, we're definitely going to have to do a good job stopping that hybrid wing tee offense.
How much are y'all looking to get back on the field after last week's loss?
Man, we prepare every week like we're going to win a football game, and last week was tough because I thought, and our kids thought, that if we went out and executed, we would definitely have a chance to win. Now, we obviously know the outcome of that story, but it all boils down. It's not what everybody thinks it is. It's not that we were just that inferior to the opponent that we played. We didn't execute in a lot of ways, and our kids didn't get up for the game like I thought they would. So we were looking forward for an opportunity to go back out and do what you do every week to win, which is execute the game plan, execute your assignments, and, get up for the game. That's the main thing. Get up mentally for the game, go out and play with intensity and passion, and it all takes care of itself.
Wow. I guess you won't have to worry about motivation for this one, right?
No, it'll be self-motivated.
What do you see as y'all's strength against their strength?
I think both teams run the football very well. Of course, we have a dynamic player running back ourselves, and we will make sure we put him in position to make plays. I think that our play-action pass game will be something that comes in. It'll be a big factor in the game because whenever you run the ball as effectively as we have, as they have in the past, both teams' play-action game will decide big plays in the game. Whether or not our defensive backs and their defensive backs can stay disciplined throughout the game will decide the outcome on big plays, if we can get the ball down the field or not. But, all football games are one the same. The teams that play with the most intensity and passion and make the least amount of mistakes and run the football effectively and stop the run effectively, those teams win in high school football.
How much are you looking forward to being part of this rivalry for the first time?
I'm excited, man. So our kids, we've talked about all week. I don't know if our kids knew. I think some of them did. But, it's an opportunity for our kids our seniors to go 4 years in a row and win and beat Dora every year. So I think that's something they're very motivated by. They would be the first group in school history to win 4 in a row. So very excited, and that's a testament to what's came before us, coaches before me, players before me. It's not something we've done. It's just something we can kind of, put our mark and our part in that 4-year stint of time. And of course, we would like to carry it on over and over again.
All right. Hey, well, thanks for joining us, Coach, and good luck this Friday.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
We're back. You heard from Coach Cooper from Corner. Now we're going to transition just a minute away from Dora and Corner and talk about our Player of the Week. This time it was Oakman's Caden Marchbanks. Jonathan, he had a great game last week when they played J.B. Pennington. Finished with 176 yards and a touchdown rushing. Really carried the Oakman offense, especially for the first 3 quarters. They opened up their passing game a little bit more in the fourth quarter. But if it hadn't been for Marchbanks and the way he played, the Wildcats wouldn't have been in that game.
Yeah, and they had to have it. I mean, I think he had the go-ahead touchdown, the one that finally put him, and then, like you said, Odom went to throwing it in the fourth quarter. I think 2 touchdowns right there.
Right.
But he's had a really good season this year. Even in games where they've lost, he's had a couple touchdowns.
Yeah, he's played very well. I think that he's a pretty well-spoken kid too. Like he likes to brag about himself a little bit, brag about the rest of his team, right?
You will not hear this kid brag about himself.
Right, he will never say anything about it. That was I was definitely joking about that one. But he does, like he's humble and gives all the credit to his offensive line and other players and things like that. So let's hear from Caden Marchbanks.
Okay, we're joined by our Player of the Week, Caden Marchbanks of Oakman High School this week. Thanks for joining us, Caden.
Thank you.
Big game last week. You got a lot of rushing yards. Take us back. Did you know you were going to have a big game going in?
Yes, sir. I feel like going into this week I had a different mindset, and we all had a different mindset going into this week, and I felt like it was good.
How big was that win for y'all?
It was a good region win that we needed to win.
Now, coming up, are you looking forward to this? What are y'all doing off week?
Right now we're walking through and just going over our plays and stuff like that.
All right, now y'all had the loss to Winfield. Do you think this team is past that now?
Yes, sir. I feel like we're getting better and having a different mindset on it.
What's it going to take for this team for Oakman to host a playoff game this year?
We have to win out the region.
Oof. Do y'all have that capability?
Yes, sir.
Talk about some of those linemen that opened up holes for you.
We have some good linemen. They're older guys, so they know what they're doing.
All right. So how high can this team, how well can y'all do this year, think?
I feel like we can go far in the playoffs if we just got to put our minds to it.
And talk about Coach Hall, what he means to you.
He's a good coach. I respect him a lot, and I know that he loves us and stuff like that.
What's it going to take to beat Susan Moore in the next game?
Going into a week having a good mindset and stuff like that.
What do you want out of your senior year here?
To get a championship.
Do you think this team has a capability?
We could.
This is a big senior group, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Are y'all pretty close?
Yes, sir.
So, are y'all friends off the field as well?
Yes, sir, most of us.
Who are some of your The guys you count on this year?
Denzel, AJ, Trey, D, Sean, Ja, about all of them.
Yeah, that's a lot of seniors.
Yeah,
okay, hey, well, good luck this year, the rest of the way. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
Your story starts at Bevill State Community College. Whether you are just starting out or starting over, Bevill State has an opportunity that is right for you. With 5 locations serving 7 counties. You don't have to go far to start your own success story. Plus, with tuition lower than 4-year colleges, you won't need to spend more for a great education. Visit us online at bscc.edu to learn about your options for seamless academic transfer and high-demand career tech and health science offerings. Let us help you tell your story.
Good job, Jay. That way, talk. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Good. Return, scout over. Coach, they punt like that, straight punt. Hey, return.
Oh, he's staying here?
Yeah.
Oh, no, no. Mark.
Hey, hold them up. Remember where they got released? Outside. Coming back up the middle. What we worked on yesterday?
Go.
Hold them. Keep them on the inside. Hey, go up the middle. Good. Offense.
Got on back up. Ready, blue.
Good snap, good punt. Attaboy. Where's our focus at?
Get it down.
Where's our focus at this morning?
Get set. Let's get it right.
Hey, when you go, all right. Be confident. PAT on deck.
Hey, PAT, get ready.
No.
Hey, get set. Come on. All right, let's go.
Who goes in motion every time?
Everybody get set, man. Let's go.
Score! Hey, kicking that way. Let's go. Right here, kicking that way. I don't know. Can you handle the cold? All right, let's go. That boy Foster. Good.
Let's go.
Hey, I already be waiting on it. Neil, I already be waiting on that tight fit. Good. Let's go. All right. Tell him.
Shot. Head on the hip.
Remember, out first, Jaden, out first.
Sweet team. Go. 1,001, 1,002, go. Good.
Run again. Did he not say? Mason, fake block down the sideline. You running now. Hey, you ain't got to ride it that much. All right, just here and go. Yeah.
All right, we're here with Coach Chavis Williams for Dora. Just want to get his thoughts on the corner game this week. It's our game of the week. Chavis, tell us a little bit about corner, and did you guys play them back when you were at Dora? We did. For 4 years we played them. Well, tell us your thoughts on the rivalry between Dora and corner.
Well, back, I guess you could say way back now, it was Cordova was kind of the big rivalry around here, and corner has drastically improved over the years, and it means a lot to a lot of people over here. I mean, if I had to put it into perspective, I guess it would equal up there with the Cordova rivalry. And both communities, we share a lot of things together, as far as even when you get down to fundraising, it's a lot of crossover there, and churches, local churches, a lot of crossover there. So it's, I think it's, again, just like I stated before, for the Cordova game, it's a lot of go into this game for the communities. Both communities are very hungry, very supportive. They travel really well, so I expect a big crowd Friday night, and I expect our fans to be there as well. Coach Cooper, first-year coach, is doing a tremendous job with those guys. I think they're under the third coach in 3 years. Right. I think that's right, and it don't look much drop off from last year as far as the intensity that the guys play with. So it's going to be a challenge for us, and our guys' whole thing this week has been getting better, getting more physical at the point of attack, executing our roles, and so it's going to be a big game Friday night. Weather's supposed to be good. This is a rivalry game. If you're a high school player, this game you want to play in. So, and I'm glad we at home this week in front of our home crowd.
Now, some coaches try to play down rivalries like it's just another game, but is that what you've tried to do, or have you really tried to get the guys to focus on, hey, this is a rivalry, let's get a win in it?
I mean, I guess coach speak, you can tell you treat no game no different than the other, which we don't do that, but I mean, it's in the air. I mean, the kids, they know, they go to church together and stuff. So like I said before, this is a big rivalry. We don't treat it different than no other game, but we know the importance of this game to this community. And we want to go out and put a good performance on to represent our school.
Now, y'all have kind of struggled on offense a little bit so far on the season. What has been different this week to get ready and get some more points on the board?
Just simplifying, I guess you can say, which we don't do a lot. It come down to executing, and it come down to the guys doing what they're supposed to do, play in and play out, and just believing in each other. And that's the thing what we're working on now, is getting them to grow as a group, become a complete team. We have a lot of potential in this room, but until we do the little things right all the time, that's when I think they'll see the fruit of their labor. So we're really pushing on that, and the guys are responding, and I challenge the seniors for more leadership, and it starts at the top with me, and I take full credit for that. So hopefully we got some things fixed, and offensively, in a whole, we got playmakers all over the field. We just got to give them the ball, get the ball out on time. I tell them all the time, it takes 11 people on each phase of the game to execute a play. So that's the beautiful thing about football. It takes everybody involved to do their job, play in and play out. So hopefully we execute a little better this week.
Now, how important is it, have your seniors talked much about they haven't had a win over corner? How important is it for them to get that win that they haven't had?
You kind of want to leave the past in the past, history. You just want to make sure history don't repeat itself. So we're always looking forward to the next challenge. And, this is a new year, so we don't think about what happened in the past. We really haven't really brought it up. The thing with us is just getting better from week to week.
Right.
We really got to get better this week.
Thanks for joining us, Chavis. We appreciate it, and we wish you luck this week. Go Dogs.
We appreciate you guys, man. And like I said, look forward to a big crowd tomorrow night. And go Dogs.
Welcome back, Jonathan. You heard from Coach Chavis Williams there. He knows all about this rivalry. He played at Dora. They played against Corner. They actually dominated Corner when he was there. Chavis has got a great story, being at Dora, going to Alabama, and then working his way up through the high school ranks to become a head coach at his alma mater. That's a great story.
Yeah, I mean, the funny thing is, you think it back to when he was a kid there, no one ever would have expected he would end up being the coach. But
well, no one expected him when he was until he was a senior to go play football anywhere.
No, he just he's got bigger.
He got
taller
big
and stronger, and it just worked out
Arkansas
perfectly.
was the first team to go after him, and then all of a sudden Alabama wanted him, and you knew that's where he was going.
It's funny when that first team is interested, and then here it swoops everybody else swoops in.
Some Arkansas got
deals.
interested, and then Nick Saban all of a sudden his ears perked up, and he's like, we might should sign this guy. But yeah, Chavis is, his first year at Dora hasn't been what he's wanted so far. But when we saw him at practice this week, he was intense, and I think he's getting the ship moved in the right direction.
They were when they have a loss that he expects, maybe they should have won the game, but they messed up. He is just so devastated. I mean, he was just very disappointed.
Right.
Last week, I remember he used to have games like that at Carbon Hill.
Right.
But I mean, they have so much talent. It's just a matter of putting it together. It's a first year. Everything's changed,
Right.
So it's gonna.
Well, I think
he's
got a lot of new players that came out this year that maybe didn't play last year. He's got some young guys on the team. The quarterback's first time he started. So it's just getting all the pieces in the right direction. And second half of the season's coming along. They still got plenty of shot to be in the playoffs and to even host a playoff game. So I think Dora's putting it in the right direction. We'll see where they go. But talking about the rivalry again, that's what we wanted to talk to the players about. And it's Corner wants to make it 4 in a row. so these seniors have never lost. And Dora wants to get a win to make it 1 out of their 4 years, you know. And both teams were really serious about that. Like they want this trophy. They want to be the county line champions, I guess is the way to put it. They want that trophy, and we'll have the trophy with us on our pregame show.
Yep.
So I can't wait for that. That's awesome.
Yeah, we got it from Corner, which has had it ever since it came up in existence.
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
it's been at Corner the whole time.
Yeah, it has. Were you pretty impressed by the players that you were able to talk to at Corner?
Yeah, they were well spoken, and they really. I mean, this is a big game. You
Yeah.
know, I wasn't sure how well they would. I mean, being from a different county, you know, is Hayden a big game? That's not in the same county, but
Right.
they have so many rivals. But this is it.
The Dora kids were the same way. You know, as I said earlier, they think Corner's just as big as Cordova now, and especially since
Wow.
Corner's won these 3 in a row. Man, they want it so bad.
And that's the only time it's happened in school history.
Yeah.
In this rivalry, this is the longest win streak for Corner.
Right. So let's hear from both teams and see what they think about the rivalry.
Corner makes a 7.7-mile trip to Dora's Horace Roberts Field tonight, looking for its 4th straight win in the rivalry that dates back to 1946. The Yellow Jackets' 3-game winning streak over the Bulldogs is their longest in the series history. Now Corner seniors are hoping to make it 4 straight.
It'd be amazing because it's never happened. Be the first time in school history to beat them in 4 years in a row. We have a chance to be the first class to ever go 4-0 against them, and I think we could continue that through even after we're gone, so we do take a lot of pride in that lately. When you say Dora, I think of the biggest rival we got. I mean, they're number 1, Hayden's close, but I'm still saying that Dora's definitely number 1 around the rivalry spot.
Dora players also know what's on the line tonight.
It's a big rivalry. That us and Cordova, us and Corner are definitely our 2 biggest rivalries. You know, every time we play either team, we go in, both of them just automatically hyped up, want to win, because you never want to lose to a rival team. So we definitely need it. We want it. We've lost in the last 3 years. It motivates us. We're going to come in there ready to play hard and win.
Dora set the tone early in the series, winning the first 5, including the first 3 by shutout. Corner has enjoyed similar success in the last 3 meetings, holding the Bulldogs to a total of 20 points, winning 37-13 last season. Bringing an end to Corner's win streak in the series is a big motivator for the Bulldogs.
I've been in this since I was a freshman, and really it's really important to try to catch a win for our last year.
This rivalry means a lot to our team and a lot to us. It's a big game to play in. It's a different atmosphere than anything else we played in the past couple of weeks. Being at home especially, we want to win. This game is it's all about heart, and it's the toughest, so it's the best team on the field.
Both teams are 2-2, coming off region losses last week. Both teams are also led by their rushing attack. Corner's Gavin Brown has had 200-plus yard games this season, while Dora's Jamarcus Goodman has had 3 100-yard games.
I think we're going to just stop their runs. As long as we are focused and don't lose concentration, we should be good. I'm ready to go out there and have fun.
Muncher is looking forward to the opportunity to suit up Friday night. But in this friendly rivalry, it means just a little bit more.
I mean, we've grown up with them, played in park leagues all the way through middle school, high school with them our whole life, so we know them. We live right down the road from them, so we hang out with them all the time. It's like a big thing. Sometimes friendly, sometimes not so much.
PrepZone Game Time is presented by Bevill State Community College and Kilgore Green Funeral Home.
Welcome back. James Phillips back. Johnathan Bently. We got special guest pickers, and it is Drake Pittman and Shane Murray. Right, Shane Murray?
Yes, sir. Yes,
I thought I had it wrong for a second.
You nailed it.
From the Pass the Jar podcast.
Yes,
and I've been a guest on there a couple times. If you have not checked it out, go to any place where you get podcasts and check out Pass the Jar. It's a great podcast. they focus on Walker County, but it is hilarious most of the time. These two have a pretty good sense of humor, I think.
We do our best.
Yeah, right.
We just tell you about how good Walker County is, even though we don't have a movie theater.
Yeah. Right.
Some people
But
get real
that's
hung up on
what
that.
people talk about all the time is we need a movie theater.
But we got the Cracker Barrel.
We have a Cracker Barrel, and they're serving.
Oh, we're getting an Applebee's. Why don't we get something else? You know, or the thing that I love is anytime we get a restaurant, they go, why don't we get something fancy like a Red Lobster? Yeah. Red Lobster? Go to Black Rock.
Thank you. Go. Let's say, give me better seafood at Black Rock any day.
Yeah. All right, let's go into our picks to start with. First one, I think this is going to be an easy one. Brindley Mountain, which I didn't even know was a school until last year, at Summerton Christian. Brindley Mountain hasn't won a game. Summerton Christian's doing pretty well this year. Jonathan, you start us off. We'll come down this way.
You said they haven't won a game. It's been 2017 since they won a game.
Right, that's the last time they won.
And we're talking years.
Yeah.
These kids don't know anything about winning over there. They had a forfeit this year. I mean, it's a bad spot for them playing anybody, pretty much. Yeah, Summerton Christian all the way.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm echoing the same thing. I looked it up. Brindley Mountain scored 6 points this year. That doesn't bode well for them against the Summerton Christian team that's, for all pun intended here, Eagles fly around the ball on defense.
That's true.
They've given up 27 points. 21 of those was in a loss. I like Summerton Christian in a running clock.
How about you, Drake?
Same. As a former Eagle, I spent the first half of my life at Summerton Christian, so I just got to go with Summerton Christian on that one.
I'm going Summerton Christian, too. That's going to be an easy win. It'll probably be 40-0 by halftime. They're going to run the clock and just shut that down.
Like last week.
Yeah, very similar to last week. All right, how about Lynn at Vina? I think you've got some information on this one. You had a name for it? Is that right?
Yeah.
No offense, guys, but it's the toilet bowl. Somebody's got to have a win.
Yeah. Right. Somebody's getting their first win of the season, so congrats to whoever that is.
If this game happens in a tie, just clock quits.
Yeah.
So who do y'all think will win? You two first.
I'm going with the home team. I'll go with Lynn.
There you go. Well, that's not the home team.
Well,
no, it's fine. Fine is the home team.
You know what I mean.
You're going with the away. You're going with the local team.
The local team.
Okay,
there we go.
I got you.
The semi-local.
I got you.
Yeah.
I'm going Vina just because they've actually put points on the board in a somewhat consistent manner this year,
right,
where Lynn struggled.
Wow, okay.
Oh, yeah, I'm going Lynn. They've had some close calls.
Right.
I mean, lose to Brilliant in overtime.
Yeah.
Well, Pickens close for 3.5 quarters.
That's what I was going to say. Yeah. I was really impressed they played Pickens pretty close. So that's why I'm going with Lynn, too.
But they've burned me already this year a couple times.
They've burned us all. Here's another one that could be pretty interesting because it's a bigger school against a smaller school. Curry at Winston County. I'm going Winston County all the way. I think they've got those three brothers that are really good. And, you know, Curry's just struggled so much. I don't think they have it even against Winston County. So, Jonathan, what do you think?
I would love to see Curry win this year, really. I mean, they just need to win.
Yeah.
Just for, I mean, to get the kids, keep them interested.
Right.
That kind of thing. But Winston County, when the season started, I thought maybe Curry can win that game.
Right.
But now I don't. Yeah. That Morgan kid is really good at quarterback.
Yeah, he is. Guys, what do y'all think?
So I've got it down here. Curry going on the road looking for their first win, like y'all said. Might have to put 22 guys on defense to slow down Winston County.
That's true. Winston County's got a really good running attack.
Yeah, and they can score in bunches.
Yeah.
I went and watched Curry when they played Oakman, and they have some players that can make explosive plays, but on the other side of the defensive side of the ball, they really struggled, so I'm just going to have to say Winston County.
All right. That's a unanimous choice again. How about Addison at Good Hope?
Well, I mean, when Addison was 3-0, we were all thinking, hey, this is a state contender.
Right.
And the last 2 weeks, I'm not thinking they can. I don't even know if they'll make the playoffs at this point.
Right.
And Good Hope's a big school, and they're usually pretty good. That's a tough game.
Well, the big thing with Addison is that their quarterback was injured, and so since he's gone down, it's been downhill, and he's not back yet.
Usually they just plug in a guy,
right,
and he's just as good.
Right.
Yeah, but this year it hasn't happened.
And Good Hope's had a pretty good year, so I'm going Good Hope too.
If it wasn't for the forfeit, I think Good Hope had a forfeit. They'd be 4-1. So
that's right.
They're having a pretty good year. So I'm gonna go with Good Hope.
Yeah, I think this is going to be probably the highest scoring game as far as both teams. I think it'll go back and forth, but I'm leaning Good Hope.
All right. Let's see. Next one is I think this will be a great game. It's homecoming for Jasper. They're hosting Demopolis. Last year, this is a game that Jasper should have won. They were facing a bunch of injuries last year. Unfortunately, I picked Demopolis, though. Even though it's kind of a coin flip. But Jasper's one of those teams that we say a lot of times, you got to show us and you got to beat somebody to really prove it to us before we'll pick you. And that's kind of how I feel. They need to pick up a good win. You know? So I went Demopolis. You guys, let's go with y'all next.
All right, well, so I got Jasper. Looked good in both of their wins, but they also left a lot to be desired in the loss to Clay Chalkville.
They did.
So I think the atmosphere in Jasper is going to be incredible. Fans are going to be up. Players are going to be excited, especially coming off of having to forfeit to Gardendale.
Right.
But I just don't know if that's going to be enough to slow down Demopolis. They've got a high-powered offense, and they are capable of putting points on you fast.
Right.
Kirk Herbstreit over here.
Yeah, I like it.
I'm
Not so fast.
Not so fast, my friend. All right, I came prepared.
I'm pulling for Jasper, obviously, since we're locals. But looking at Demopolis' stats versus Jasper's, I feel like missing a week's kind of really throw Jasper off, so I'm going to have to go Demopolis to be homecoming crashers.
Well, and Jasper's actually missed 2 weeks if you count a bye week before that. So it's been a while since they played.
They're a little rusty.
Yeah. Jonathan?
So I went Jasper against all y'all, right? Okay. But
no,
I mean,
Jasper be different. No,
right?
I went Demopolis.
Oh no, he went Demopolis.
Yeah, I mean, just it's been 3 weeks. I mean, I hadn't played in 3 weeks.
Right. That's a long
and that
time.
last game, we can actually say 4 weeks. Right?
Yeah, because they didn't play much against Clay Chalkville.
So, but I mean, I just think they'll come out ready to play. I really have no reason to pick them. I mean, they almost beat them last year. Demopolis was undefeated.
Right.
It was a bad Jasper team.
Right.
Jasper's better, and I don't think Demopolis is as good. That's very broad, but that's why. Yeah.
All right.
I mean, we're pulling for you, Jasper.
We are pulling for you, Jasper, whether you believe it or not, but we are. All right, corner at Dora. That's our game of the week. And you guys said y'all will be there, right?
Yes, sir.
All right, that's going to be awesome. We'll have the whole. We may have to bring you on for the pregame show too.
Hey,
won't be mad at that.
Whenever James Phillips calls, I'm there.
I appreciate that. No, I do. Jonathan, you go first, then I'll go. Then we'll let our guests be the final say.
You know, it's one of those deals where you go to the school, you talk to some of the kids and the coach, like, yeah, they're going to win, you know? But then I was like, wait, no, I think Dora is going to win this game. Even though, I mean, corner has a good running back. Dora just has more weapons. Now, have they been used a lot this year? Not really.
Right.
I just think Dora has more weapons. That's the reason I picked them.
Well,
Corner's solid.
I agree with you. That's why I went with Dora too. And I talked to Chavis earlier in the week, and that's what he kept saying was, we've got the playmakers. We just hadn't got on the ball where we need to. So hopefully that has been corrected, and they're going to run up and down the field because as a Bulldog myself, I definitely don't want to see corner win. So I'm with Dora.
Yeah. I text Chavis the first week of the season. I was like, hey, man, good luck tonight. I'm looking forward to you starting your era here.
Chavis also had been a guest with you guys, right?
Yeah.
I thought so.
I actually graduated with him.
Yeah.
But when he texts back, thanks, man, and they lost, so I haven't text Chavis anymore out of like superstition. But I think corner kind of took a shellacking last week.
They did.
And
Yeah, they did.
Dora lost to a really good team in Oneonta. But I think talent on Dora end will definitely overcome corners. So I'm definitely going Dora. Good luck, Chavis.
I think defense is the name of this one, and I think Dora has it in abundance and corner lacks it.
Right.
And I think that's going to be the X factor here. Corner's not going to be able to sustain drives, and kind of like you said, if Dora can get the weapons that they have, the ball like they want to, corner's going to have a tough time slowing them down. So that one could be a really close game if the ball rolls the right way for corner, but I don't see that being the case, and I like Dora big.
Well, and I know Jonathan said Dora's going to win, but the three of us can all say go Dogs.
Go Dogs.
Always.
Now, we always let our guests say something about what they have going on, so y'all tell us about the podcast, why people should tune in, that sort of thing.
We are in our 4th season of Pass the Jar. We interview local business owners, even just our friends that are from Walker County. Just come on and share your stories, talk about what keeps you here, what keeps you thriving here and happy. And then when I asked Shane to come on, it just kind of added that dynamic to where he's off the wall. You never know what's going to come out of his mouth, and I'm more the organized type. So we all play off each other, and we just started another podcast called Pardon My Southern. It's a little more freewheeling, and no topics off limits on that one.
Hey, I like that, for sure. Jonathan, anything you got to say before we go?
No, I mean, it's weird. I'm meeting all these people through the show this year. I'd never met Murphy or those wrestlers. So,
right.
Yeah, this is it's nice.
Well, it's funny because it's half the time it's me, and I'm calling friends. Hey, you want to come on and pick some games? Oh yeah, let's pick some games. So Jonathan doesn't know as many of them as I do. So it has been neat to see him get to meet people and interact with people he has no idea who they are or what they do. The wrestlers were the most fun because he has no idea. He used to call Ric Flair Rowdy Ric Flair. Like, he had no idea. Well, Shane, you were quiet here at the end. What you got to say?
I'm happy to be here. Like Drake said, the podcast, it's been a good outlet for me, especially coming back and being able to really throw myself back into the community. Kind of like Jonathan, I guess, when Drake would message me, hey, we're going to be recording tonight, we got this person.
Right.
I'm like, all right, well, cool, this is the first time I'm ever meeting them, so it should be interesting. Make the joke, I'm a reoccurring guest, more so than a co-host on the podcast, because every time we go in there, now into the fourth season, I've kind of gotten a little bit more comfortable. But the first, 2 seasons that I was there, it was like anxiety through the roof because I'm like, I just hope I don't screw this up.
Well, y'all don't seem too anxious today.
No.
Yeah, it's
They're pros at this now.
These are the first people we've brought in that know about high school football.
Actually, yes.
Being content creators kind of have dampened our camera shots.
Right, that's good. That's how I've ended up being too. All right, well, guys, I appreciate you guys coming on. Y'all check out the podcast that they mentioned. Check out Pass the Jar, and then what was the new one?
Pardon My Southern.
Pardon My Southern. Check both of those out. You're going to love them, I'm telling you. Just don't listen to my episodes. Those were probably the worst ones.
Those are great episodes. Great episodes.
Unless you want to know about some wrestling, then check that out. All right, well, Jonathan, anything else?
Nope, I'm looking forward to the next wrestler.
Well, these two guys are going to be a tag team.
Yeah. We're working on it right now.
They will be wrestling only females.
Yeah, we're taking name suggestions. That's on if anybody has one.
Which we're still going to be 0 and 100.
Yeah.
Right. Well, all right, guys, thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next week.